As you know, so many of us have been touched by the mental health care crisis, either personally or by someone we know and love. And some are saying that AI could be the key to helping more and more patients. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is projecting a shortage of 10,000 mental health providers by the year 2025. That's staggering. And some say AI therapy could be an option to help offset the growing gap, the shortage of staff when it comes to counselors and therapists. Let's bring in Ed Baig, personal tech editor for AARP. This is a tech conversation, but a very personal one, a very emotional one for some people. Would this be bots or some type of online chat thread replacing real life therapists or people who could be seen via telehealth?
Good morning. Well, the short answer is it could be both. Certainly, bots is part of it, and it may be hard for a lot of people to envision, lying on a couch and talking to a bot. But in fact, people are talking to bots. It's starting to happen. It's certainly not a substitute in every situation for a human therapist, obviously in the most severe cases. But it is beginning to happen. And as you said, you hit on it. There's a shortage in professionals who can help people. A machine may fill at least some of the gaps.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people, there's no couch involved. They're sitting there looking on a Zoom call with their therapist, maybe from the comfort of their own couch at home.
That's right.
Or they're going to the hospital for hospital treatment plans. But isn't the key to therapy that personal touch, that letting a person struggling with mental illness, depression, anxiety, or any number of illnesses not feeling alone? How in the world could AI provide that?
Well, it's not an ideal solution, as I mentioned, in every situation, and certainly not the most severe situations. But, you may see a situation where your therapist will say, you know what, in those off times, because I'm not there for you 24/7, 3 in the morning, you wake up, you're depressed, maybe you do sort of let off steam or talk to this bot. Now, granted, it's not really a human being. People intellectually know that it's not a human being, but it could help under certain circumstances. And one of the things that I found that was interesting was that some people won't talk to a human therapist. They're intimidated, they're scared, whatever. There's a stigma attached, but they will talk to this bot, which is kind of interesting.
Well, I was talking to somebody who's a tech expert, and they were saying that there are a lot of people who are embarrassed to talk
Yes.
about what they want to talk about to a real person. Maybe they feel ashamed, and that they don't think that AI will judge them like they believe a human will. So perhaps that's an upside?
That's absolutely a potential upside. Again, there's no perfect solution in every case here, but as I mentioned, people are intimidated or scared, or there's a stigma attached to going to a human therapist. With a bot, you can do it in the privacy of your own home. You can do it sort of whenever you need help. Again, you wake up in the middle of the night, you're not feeling great, that's a time you might turn to one of these things. But again, I don't want to leave the impression that it's a perfect substitute or even, for a lot of people when they really need, a human therapist or psychologist, psychotherapist.
No, clearly this is something that needs to be worked out, but it would be better
No
maybe
question.
to use AI than to have somebody try to diagnose themselves or go on Google seeking out solutions when they are ashamed or afraid of telling their family or friends what they're going through. This could be helpful to save lives. On the other side, best believe most people ain't going to pay an AI chatbot the same they would as a therapist because they're quite pricey. It's like,
They
no.
may save some money.
Yeah,
They
you
may
might save some
money.
cash. Ed Baig, thank you for joining us from AARP.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.